Hello world! In this video, we're going to go over my best sales from December 1st through December 15th. I'm going to show you what I sold on Mercari and eBay for $20 and up. First, we're going to start with Mercari, and only two items sold for $20 and up for the month of December. The first Mercari sale we're going to look at is this Five Nights at Freddy's plush. This is Foxy from Five Nights at Freddy's. You can find a lot of different plush from that video game, but the different colored ones are usually worth more money. If you find the typical brown bear or the typical red fox, it won't be worth too much, but this one is a Easter pastel edition, so it did sell for $20. It's just like a 5-inch plush, so you definitely want to pay attention if you find Five Nights at Freddy's stuff. More often than not, it will be worth picking up. The next item that I sold on Mercari that's worth talking about is this vintage dinosaur. This might be one of my favorite sales ever. A lady messaged me saying that she had this same dinosaur when she was a kid, and she was very excited that I had it for sale because she still has hers that she's had forever. She was very happy that I had this available. I bought this at an antique shop for $5 and it sold on Mercari for $28. So always just look at vintage plush. You can usually tell they're vintage just by the way they look. The lace on this one kind of gives it away. The way the eyes are made kind of gives it away. You can usually tell when plush or vintage, and there are lots of them that people will pay good money for to replace ones that they have had since they were a child that they would like to see in new condition. You can sell plush for really good money, so I'm always picking up vintage plush. Now we're going to get into the eBay sales. I sold 85 items between December 1st and December 15th, but I'm just going to show you the ones that went for good money. This was a very large plush, very tall, very heavy. This was from Pottery Barn. Pottery Barn plush do go for good money because people love Pottery Barn stuff. As you see, the tag says Pottery Barn Kids on this. So this one sold for $18 plus $18 shipping. Now let's look at things that did sell for $20 plus shipping on their own. This little monkey was wearing a Angels baseball jersey. He sold for $20 plus shipping. Anytime you find an item that looks worth selling that's a sports team, I recommend putting man cave in the title. Lots of people will buy things for their favorite team that represent their favorite team to put in their man caves, or they'll give it as a gift to someone who really likes the certain team. So definitely use the word man cave in your title if you're listing plush, cups, anything that has a sports team on it, hats. Put the word man cave in there and you've got a better chance of selling it. That's how I sold this guy for $20 plus shipping. The next item I think I've showed in a what sold video before. This is a Anastasia gift bag. Yes, it is just a paper gift bag, but because it is a vintage, discontinued, older movie, so you're never going to find these new in the store again. You can sell things like this for very good money. Even though this is a simple paper gift bag, I did sell it for $20 plus shipping. Always consider that when you find something, you might not think a gift bag's worth a lot of money, but if it's got a character from a vintage movie that has a cult following, you might want to consider picking it up because you can make good money off of simple things like a gift bag. The next item we have is a Valentine's Bear. He was musical. He does play some kind of song. I can't remember what song right offhand. I don't know if it says it on the tag. I can't read it from there. Love Me Tender. It played Love Me Tender. It actually sung it in what I felt was like a creepy child's voice. But whatever, it was a singing plush. I got this 90% off after Valentine's last year and was able to sell it for $20 plus shipping. So definitely consider after Valentine's this year when they mark stuff down, think about picking up some stuff super cheap and going ahead and listing it because you can sell it for good money next year. The next item we have is some mystery toys. These are bananas. I got these at a dig bin store. They've just got random little mystery toys inside of them. I was hoping to get some more money for them, but they've taken a while to sell, so I did take cheaper offers than I planned on. So for the four of these, I did pay around 10 bucks, but they sold for $20 plus shipping, so I did make a profit. Just not a huge amount of profit, but I'm happy to see them go. The next item we have is a Squishmallows notebook. If there's a toy that is super popular, companies tend to put them on school supplies. If you can get school supplies marked down super cheap, you can then pick them up and mark them up online. That's what I did with these. I got these at Walgreens. I got multiples in two different designs. I paid $5 for each set, and they have been selling for $20 plus shipping. Squishmallows are super popular, so anything that you find that has Squishmallows on them, if it's a good cheap price, you might want to consider looking it up. You can probably make some money off of it. Next, we have a vintage Winnie the Pooh toy. This is one of those that you twirl the little yellow piece at the top and it scrolls by different pictures. Very cool vintage item. I got this at a thrift store where they charged me nothing. I paid $5 for a bunch of stuff. This was one of the things that I grabbed, and it sold for $20 plus shipping. The next item we have is an advent calendar. This is Amuse branded. It was full of teeny tiny little plush. And I sold several of these through November and December. I got these at a Dig Bin store for $5 each. And this one sold for $25 plus shipping. Next, we have a Love to Hug Elmo. I bought this 90% off at the dollar store and was able to sell this guy for $25 plus shipping. Not much to say about that, except if you find new inbox toys, make sure you scan the barcode and see if you can make some money off of it. The next item that I sold for pretty good money in December was this Mickey Mouse hat. It was kind of designed like a captain's hat, very cute little ship captain inspired cap. It did have a couple of small, barely visible stains. I did try to take some pictures pointing it out, but it was vintage. You can tell, for one thing, it says made in the USA. Almost any hat you find that says made in the USA is typically vintage. Also, the fact that it says Walt Disney. Usually modern things will just say Disney. If it says Walt Disney, it tends to be vintage. Plus, you can just tell by looking at this, honestly. I got this at an estate sale for $2 and sold it for $30 plus shipping. So even though it's stained, it still sold for $30 plus shipping. So don't look at stuff and go, oh, well, it's dirty. It's not worth anything. Sometimes stuff can be worth way more than you think. You just got to look it up and you got to really think outside the box when you're trying to sell stuff online. The next item we have, I've sold several times before. I think this was my last Nightmare Before Christmas Mayor Squishmallow, and he sold for $35 plus shipping. Definitely sad to see those gone because they were making me money, but kind of glad to not see the same thing in every what sold video from now on. The next item that I sold for good money is another Squishmallow. This was a butterfly skeleton. So lots of the Halloween ones tend to sell for more money, especially the ones that have the skeleton type look to them. People that love Halloween tend to be pretty obsessed with it, and they will pay good money to get Halloween plushies and toys. So this skeleton butterfly sold for $40 plus shipping. Definitely a great sale. Definitely a kind of squishmallow you want to keep an eye out for. Halloween and skeleton inspired ones. And my highest sell from December 1st through the December 15th was a plush. I sell lots of plush. I love plush. This guy I could not find any information on. As you see, the thrift store wrote on the tag. I believe I paid like $7 for him. I think that's $6.99 maybe. They wrote the price tag on the tags, but I bought him because he looked such good quality. He was so realistic looking. I couldn't decide what kind of animal he was supposed to be. It took me quite a while to determine what he was. I had put honey badger at one point. I switched up the animal names a couple times because I couldn't decide what he was. I had someone message me telling me that they thought it was a ring-tailed mongoose. I decided to go with that for my title, and it did make this guy sell. I paid $7, which is a lot for me to pay for something. I don't buy things that cost more than $2 normally, but this guy, I felt like he was special. He was worth holding out on, and he did sell for $50 plus shipping. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I hope you subscribe and come back for more. I hope you learned something in this video that's gonna help you make some money. And until next time, bye!